Hello and welcome to the Week 2 recap of Divisions 6C and 6D, or the Party Divisions as some people call them. My name is Svaho.
And I'm Hindus, and we will also cover your week 1 because of some technical issues. But I hope you will get your games covered now. So, let's start with KG, or?
Yeah, Kejirus has had some really nice development on his team. The Mighty Blow on the White, the Mighty Blow and Block on the Werewolf, and the Block and the Tackle. KG actually told me that he might even trash the Block Tackle Werewolf if the dude doesn't get a double or a stat up on the next level.
Yeah, which is greedy, especially at the start. But if you can get that level up, that extra strat up, or a double, the wolf gets that much scarier.
Yeah, I completely agree. Uh, the Wolf is the core player of the team, but and he's really good when he becomes like a claw palmer uh, or something on those lines. But I understand Keji. Keji has been playing Necro for so long. I think that he knows what he's doing with this.
Yeah, I think so too. So let's have a look at his first week. He faced the Dazzle Waxsters. He did win the game 2-0. He got an MVP on the zombie. Also, he got 5 SPP on Mangoes and 3 SPP on Aquinas, 2 on Ossois. I think that's some decent development out of our game. He also managed to beat up some of the orcs. They looked quite beaten up after the game. And I think it was a deserved win. Yeah.
It was really a good win for Keji. Unlucky MVP for the Orcs.
Yeah,
And
they got it on a loner.
yeah, and the Orcs actually have somewhat of a bad season start for now, but it is just start of the season, so it really doesn't mean much. And then Keji beat Revenge of Power Up,
Yeah,
and I believe that that is the team with the Dodge Chaos Warrior, right?
yeah, that's the team of the Chaos Warrior. He did get the MVP again on a zombie, which isn't the best. It's actually pretty bad.
It's not that bad on on this type of team because they kind of want to have a dirty player, and MVPs are really decent ways to level them up. Of course, you would rather have it on a white or on a flesh golem, but it's better to drop on a guy that levels up than on like somebody that's really good but that doesn't have that much impact straight off.
Yeah, and if you look at the SPP again, he again got really quite some decent development out of this game. Uh, this game seems like it was a little bit closer than his first game. Um, yeah, he won again, 2-1, and he is having a great start to the season.
This was really a passing play from the Chaos, something that I don't usually see. 3 passes, 3 successful catches. The dude got 2 KOs and 2 Cas, while Keji got 6 KOs and 3 casualties. Just showing the power of the Mighty Blow, Werewolf, and of the team in general.
Yeah, especially against those armor value 9 pieces. They really hurt.
Yeah, they really bring them down to size. So Keji has had a great start, a very good start. He has 80k in the bank. He's probably looking to level up his white and his golems before he gets a ghoul. But other than that, I think Keji is in a really okay spot.
Well, he is facing Yasinde in the third week, which will certainly be a tough matchup because Yasinde's team did really well so far too and also got some nice development. So I'm excited to see how his third match will go.
Oh yeah. So let's go to Herring's.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the crazy Cambry team you heard quite lots about, I think, if you pay attention in the Discord channel.
I do. I
Well,
just I just know that I'm being pinged all the time because I'm a sports reporter, and that kind of limits my attention span. So I'm really just looking at the screen for a second. Oh, it's just a sport report ping, and then I just mark everything as red.
yeah, well, just have a look at his team. It's looking really scary.
Oh
They
yeah.
have 4 Mighty Blow already. Also, Guard on the Tomb Guardian and Mighty Blow Tackle Blitzerer. They did manage to pick up a thrower by now. They started the season without one because they planned to pick it up before the season through the money they got in the Greenhorn Cup, but they did lose a Tomb Guardian, so the money wasn't just quite enough. So they had to rely on their Blitzerer as a boy carrier for most of the time.
Now, I've heard that they had a really good they had really good last turns versus the orcs.
Yeah,
So,
it
should we watch?
was. Well, if you have time to spare time, and you want to see a bit of a crazy match, go and look at Herringsword's YouTube channel and look at the game, especially at the second half,
No,
because
join the replay. We're just going to look at the last few turns, just because I've heard that they were some crazy chain pushes. So why not like save the people some time if they are looking at this?
okay. So shall I do a quick summary of the first half?
Nah, the first half I heard isn't really that big of a deal. I mean, I'm just going to speed past the first half. I'm on turn 4, turn 5. I'm on turn 6 of the Kemri team. So this already looks like holy moly, what's going to happen? The troll gets hit. Now the orc gets hit. Nice follow up. And the lineman gets hit. And I guess that's a follow up. And the black orc gets hurt again. So really just a few blocks. Nothing special there. On turn 7, orc thrower has the ball and is getting blitzed by a skeleton. Reroll doesn't pay off, and it's a turnover. Okay, Waxed is going down the field. Gluth going down the field. He is looking for that level up. He can only get based by the skeleton. That's a nice hit. And now let's see what else is happening. Just a few pushes, and yeah, both down. Oh, he re-rolls that actually. Okay. And turn 8, let's see what happens here. The Khemri army is marching forward. He managed to put the skeleton onto the thrower, so it's a 3+ now to run away. And he makes it, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, so the orcs start off with a score on the enemy's drive, which is a great start to this game. They managed to win the first half, but let's see what happens now.
I'm just going to speed again through it to the last few turns because, yeah, we really don't have a lot of time for everything.
Well, a key turn, I think, was the turn 10, the orcs' turn, because they had the chance to basically get the ball down the field to a line orc, but they decided not to try a passing play.
Okay, so the blitzer can get the ball and probably end the matchup right there. So, yeah, he picks that guy up, and okay, that's just a normal hit. Troll coming in. Pushing that guy away. Okay, not away, into another block. That's a failed dodge. That's a dodge that succeeded. He kind of messed up the bathing there. Could have had one more square normal. He is in somewhat of a bad position. But a 1 dice on the Tomb Guardian proves to be good enough.
Well, I would say the key thing at this thing, if he goes for the passing play, and even if he doesn't make the pass, but the ball lands down the field, I think the Khemri won't be able to score 2 times this game. So I think at this point he could have at least secured the tie.
Yeah. And now he just loses the ball.
And
the
what
ball
happened?
is in an okay spot for the Khemri. That's a good block. That should be just a pickup from... Oh, that's another one. That should just be a pickup from the throw raw. Okay, yeah. Should we like speed up a little bit more because okay, he picked it up and that's basically it. He's just going to run it down.
Well, the thrower isn't
no.
going to run it down. He's going for the handoff play as Khemri.
Oh yeah, because yeah.
And the blitzer managed to catch it without a reroll, and then he runs it down the field.
Actually, he wasn't in really that big of a threat position if he failed it, because he has a Tomb Guardian there that can only get 1 dice, and he gets throw raw to pick it up again, and he has a blitzer that's actually open. So that's an okay handoff, even though it is a bit risky.
Well, it did pay off, and then the orcs did manage to recover the ball. I would say we speed it up again a little bit.
Okay, so I'm going to speed it up. Okay, so yeah, he scored. So the Khemri scored, and I'm on the Khemri kickoff. So perfect defense. Just going to skip, actually, to see what happened here. Okay, so I'm on the Khemri turn 14, the last actions. He's moving the orcs away using great... Oh, okay, I'm just going to come back to the start of the Khemri team's turn 14. So the Black Orc is just doing a 2 dice block, and he fell down.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what he actually does, because he's set up for a chain push. Okay, yeah, that's a nice hit. I guess the Blitz Rod now comes in, or the Blitz Rod comes in. The reroll, great. Okay. Somewhat of a risky play now to 2 dice again, but like it's not really risky, but it is kind of like that. Okay, so he doesn't pick it up and it scatters away. It's a turnover. So let's see what's gonna happen. He's picking up some orcs. He's basing some more.
Yeah.
Hits a Blitzraw.
Gets knocked down.
Yeah. And gets a both down. Okay. Turnover. Turn 15 for the Khemri.
Yeah, the ball is open.
Yep. And the throw raw needs a dodge to get to it, unless he can chain push. And he can.
Well, first he gets the knockdown on the Black Orc.
Okay. Okay. He's gonna GFI or not. Okay, he isn't. That's good. That's a good chain push. Into the throw raw, onto the ball. Follow it up. Oh, actually, no, yeah. He should stay. Pick up. Run, 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 run. Don't greed the GFIs. Yeah, that's basically game.
Yep, the Orcs do manage to get a base on the ball and then can go for a blitz action, get a 2 dice, but only get a push.
Really? I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I sped it up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, I'm still on the pushes, and now he's going to dodge away. Yeah, okay, okay. Yep. Fend would be overpowered here. And that's a good casualty right there. Loses 1 point in agility. No passing the ball with that Black Orc anymore.
And then the thrower
Oh,
just
no. Don't spoil it for me.
Well, I think you know what happens.
Oh my god, what a dodge. And
Just
he jumps
makes
for the score. Ladies
casual
and
4+ dodge.
ladies and gentlemen, what an what an amazing match. What a player. What a game. Okay, yeah. He got a level up. He got an MVP on the Dirty Player. That I think did nothing, but I'm not sure. So yeah, if you want some highlights on some plays, just PM one of us to do it. So yeah, he won his first round
versus the Pampleford Parakeets.
Parakeets.
And
yes,
if you enjoy seeing some dwarves get hurt, I can also recommend you to watch that game.
Yes.
Because at the end of the game, 4 dwarves managed to land in the injury box.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you hope for if you aren't the dwarf coach? So, who is Herring Sword facing this week? Let's have a look at the schedule.
Oh yeah. So Herring Zord is facing
Back to square one.
back to square one. So it's Pyro TJ. Let's look up what Pyro TJ has been up to.
Yeah, Perio TJ has some quite good looking team. You have the big one, strength 7, which is amazing.
Of course.
He also has a quite nicely developed board dancer with strip ball and sidestep.
Yeah.
And he has a wrestle catcher.
And the wrestle catcher is just a touchdown away.
Yeah.
Which isn't really that hard as elves.
Yeah, also the tree man is only one injury away from his next level up.
Yeah.
So.
And this war dancer is really looking quite nice with the 2 skill ups. But already on the next skill up, I'd say that he really doesn't have a lot of things unless he's going to just go tackle.
Well, which is always great against dodge ball carriers.
Yeah, he can go tackle and then he can go diving tackle.
Yeah, he still has quite some way to go with only just normal skill ups. But if he maybe can get a stat up or even doubles, this war dancer will get really scary.
Yeah, this tree is still scary as hell, but if Kedgerbruce faces it with the claw and mighty blow, he might be able to cut this tree down.
But Herring Sword is facing the tree next.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah?
Herring Sword also has an okay time versus the Wood Elves because of the 4 mighty blows that he has. So let's see how the Wood Elves have been doing. Week 1, they lost to Weird Witchcraft, that's Yas and his Dark Elf team, and then they won versus the Parakeets. So back to square one is actually in a decent position now.
Yeah, he did manage to get Herring Sword to injure the dwarves. So
he killed 2 players. He actually killed 2 players in that game.
He killed 2 players in that game.
It says 2 kills inflicted. Damn. So.
Oh, that's quite impressive.
So I guess all for Juan, and Juan actually got the kills. So who's all for Juan? Okay, statistics. He has 1 kill. Yeah. Damn. And where is Juanke? Oh, Juanke is the war dancer. Yeah, and he has a kill. So I guess that already marks a possible mighty blow war dancer, if he's lucky as he is with the kills.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the Parakeets to see what they lost in that game.
Yeah, their team will probably look pretty beaten up, but we are still at Pyro TJ's back to square one.
Yeah. So, back to square one. Looks decent. They have a decent stat line with 1 win, 1 loss. And they are looking good. I already said back to square one can actually really dominate or be dominated in this league. I feel that there's no middle ground for them. Either they're going to completely destroy a game, or they're going to completely be destroyed.
Yeah, they are wood elves, so they tend to get hurt fairly easily, but they certainly can do the crazy plays to win games. So
absolutely.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you most likely end up with a few hurt players.
So let's see the No, actually, let's see. What the weird witchcraft wizards have from Yasenide. Yasenide, whatever. Change
Yeah,
your name,
he
dude.
has a scary looking witch elf in a fluffy bunny.
Absolutely, mighty blow and block, really good combo. Looking for tackle next type, I suppose. Um, guard, always nice on a dark elf. Blitzer. Looking
Also
for
two
that
blotch
dodge.
blitzers.
Yeah, and rookie with a pass. Yeah, so he's doing really good. He has a blotch lineman. I hope this isn't something serious. That's a niggle, so who knows how long he's gonna live. But I think that he might actually keep him.
Yeah, I would just put him on the maybe even on the LOS. And if he dies, it's fine. If he lives, it's also fine.
I keep him away from the LOS still. He does have two skills, and he is niggled, so any armor break can be really, really bad.
Well, you can still use him to base up aggressively with his blotch.
Oh yeah, absolutely, but you don't want him really on the LOS where it's actually easier for him to get knocked down, seeing as that you can perform a whole line of just blocks to knock this guy down.
Well, I personally like to put nickel pieces on the LOS because I don't mind if I lose them most of the time.
Well,
I
Dark Elves kind of have linemen that turn into pseudo positionals, and that's the thing,
yeah,
because they're
that's
not really like zombies or things like that, or like peasants that can only get general and stuff. They have general and agility, and that allows them to become like blodge, steppers, block, dodge, sidestep, diving, tackle. So basically, they become really, really good if they get to that point. They can also take kick. I've seen like later on people when it's high team value take actually dirty player and stuff like that.
yeah. So maybe not put them at the LOS at the moment, but as soon as you get a few more of those line elves, a few levels,
Then you just recycle him.
yeah, or put him on the LOS until he dies.
Yeah, I mean he's doing great. He's actually looking okay. His stat, he got 3 MVPs out of 16 SPP and 1 pass. So yeah, the dude's an
Well,
MVP. The dude's a star in the making.
yeah, yes, in this weird witchcraft did manage to win their first two games, both of them 2-1.
Yeah, Yasin is really having a two-time. He's really two-timing Rowdy with Fluffy Bunny, but I really hope that he's okay. That he isn't getting mangled by rats or something in his study, and I really hope to see to cover one of his matches if I have the time.
Yeah, it will certainly be interesting to watch. He is facing Keiji this week, so that is, I think, a really match that would be worth to watch.
So basically, I'd say the four top teams in the division are facing one another.
Yeah, it certainly is an interesting week for the party division.
Absolutely, this division's really looking great, and it's being carried by four. I'd say like four of probably the best in the Division 6 groups, like Division 6 in general. These guys are Kejiru's one of the best in Rebel. Haringzord also a great coach. He's also one of the better coaches. Yas is of course one of the better elf coaches in my opinion. So yeah, they really have that good division going on, and Pyro TJ has some brutal players that are really good for him. But let's see what Anderson has.
Yeah, he has been on the receiving end of the stick of those top tier teams.
Yeah, he has had a rough start. He has lost to the Camry. He has lost to the Wood Elves, but he shouldn't get discouraged. Anderson is still in a decent position. He is 0-0-2, but he can get up to a great position if he continues to be in decent matchups. And this week's matchup is against the Highland Avengers, so it's going to be a mirror match.
Yeah, even far he lost two of his players in the last game, his team isn't looking that bad. He has a guard blocker and a Bull Centaur with block. He also has an Hobgoblin with block. So
And three
it's not
rerolls and
like,
apothecary.
yeah, it's not like his team got completely smashed into pieces.
And I see
But
him probably getting another Chaos Dwarf blocker with the 70k that he has.
yeah, that would probably be worth to pick up, especially against another Dwarf team.
Yeah, he has been beaten, he has been put down, but he's still fighting, and he's still in a decent position. So this team, really also a team that you should probably still look out for, even though they did receive somewhat of a beating from the Khemri and the Elves. Also, I kind of like this. I kind of like Buddy and the head that they put on the choff. It really looks good. So props to Sinai for that.
Yeah, they didn't get any heads, but at least,
Yeah. Overall, he's 3-0-3, but he is 0-0-2 in the Division 6C. So yeah, he should probably start stacking up some wins. And I guess that he could probably win in the Chaos Dwarf Mirror. But let us take a look at another team that's being beaten down. Uh, Organized Crisis and his
yeah,
orcs.
just at the first glance, you see a few of those red numbers on the stats.
I see 3, and that's
Yeah,
already really bad because
he
orcs
all
aren't really a team. Let's be real, orcs really a team that does this, that gets broken this early.
yeah, he's also missing one of his blitzers,
Yeah,
which does hurt the orcs. He has quite a lot of development on an armor value 6 goblin,
yeah,
which isn't what you hope for. And a black orc is missing the next game, so his next matchup will be tough.
absolutely. He's in a tough position, but uh, if he sticks, if he sticks on to his usual game plan, and if he continues just trying to fight off people. I mean, his game plan is kind of weird because he does have an accurate thrower, and I don't support throwers a lot, especially not pass. Actually, the ones that pass on a
Yeah,
team
you
on a team
most of
like
the
this.
time see them as a ball carrier rather than a
Yeah, rather
guy
than a
that.
thrower actually. So, and he has a busted up goblin.
Well, on the plus side for this team, they did face the two scariest team in this league, at least concerning the bash already.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they're facing the two bashiest teams out of at the moment already in the start. But you gotta remember, we have two Chaos Dwarfs teams. We have Goblins. We have Chaos. This guy's gonna face all those teams, and he's going to have a bad time, and he's going to have an unfavorable matchup at the moment versus Goblins.
Well, his next matchup will be the Angels of Lilith,
Oh,
which are coached by Andy90 or Donkey Dragon, which is, I guess, a rather good matchup.
yeah, it's a good break from the bash, but still, Andy has the level up. But before we look at Andy, let's look at Revenge of Power Up. So Revenge of Power Up is still with two broken players. I mean, yeah, he hasn't played his match, of course. Missed next game, and I believe this was another
Yeah,
missed
both
next
are
game.
missed next games.
Yeah, so I guess that he didn't lose much, but he lost a lot of fuel because he lost the Chaos Warrior because he took dodge. And if I remember correctly, I think that Keji said, right, his last game, yeah, Keji. I think Keji said that he actually took down this warrior on a both down.
Yeah, so as it seems, Block would have probably been the better choice.
Who would have thought that a player that usually stays based and usually blocks down players would prefer block? Huh, who would have thought it? Me.
Well,
Um,
I can at least still see the reasoning why he went for the dodge, because
yeah,
in the
it's
later
good later.
stages of the development, you
Absolutely, it's good later on, but not if he's going to miss all his games due to both downs. And he
yeah
has,
you
and he's
just
also in a division with orcs. So he's faced Kedri. He's in a division with orcs, dark elves, two Chov teams, and Vamps are really a good like thing. And Herringzord, the Khemri. So all of those have a lot of block, and this guy doesn't have any. So, and this guy is a big target because he is a dodge chaos warrior. So he's a big target in general.
well, let's have a look at how his first two games went.
So
He did
he did win.
he won his first game against the Highland Avengers. That's where his Chaos Warrior got the dodge. And then he did lose to Keiji, and that's where he lost his dodge Chaos Warrior, at
Oh
least
yeah,
for now.
he got it in the first game, and then the second game just done. See ya, boy.
Well, at least he has two Beastmen, which are only one SPP away from the next level up. He also has another Chaos Warrior who would only need an MVP for a level up, and another Beastman. So he might get a lot of development after his next game if everything goes well.
Yeah. Uh,
But it will be a tough game for him, especially
absolutely.
as he's a Chaos Warrior down with two loners. It's not optimal, to say the least.
Yeah. Uh, I think that he's doing okay with what he has. And
Yeah,
he doesn't,
certainly.
and it's already hard because he's chaos, and they aren't really that big of a team right out the bat due to lack of real skills. Horns aren't
Yeah,
really a skill.
they are facing the Gobble Boners next, which are the Goblin team.
Yeah. Oh, he's facing goblins. Damn. So that chainsaw is gonna hurt. That chainsaw, and I think the goblins even have a mighty blow on On the dude. No, they don't. Okay, well, we're going to get to this team back later. They do have some okay goblins, and they do have some broken goblins, but really the chainsaw is the thing to look for. So let's see Andy.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you watched the Discord a week ago,
I heard what he did, and Lord Skaven pinged me, and he kept pinging me and asking me to look at it, and I can't look at it because the replay doesn't exist anymore, and I understand why, because probably Donkey Dragon decided to delete it right after the game, and I completely agree with him, and I'd also do that if I was put in the spotlight for one bad play. And yeah, he won his game versus the Highland Avengers.
so if you want to know what happened, just ping Donkey Dragon and spam him a bit. I'm sure he will be delighted with all the attention he will get. But I'm sure you all will know by now what happened. So, yeah, let's have a look at his team. He has 3 vamps. One of them can get a level up. He also has 10 thralls. One of them has block already. He has only 3 rerolls for a vamp team so far, but he isn't that far off for his 4th. And he has no apothecary so far.
Yeah, that could be kind of bad, but that could be something not to really look at the moment.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need the apothecary at the moment. And he did manage to win the second game after he only drew the first game against the Gobos. So if you look at the leaderboard, he is in a decent position. He's 110.
So the vampire, yeah, he is absolutely in a good position. He's tied with. He's actually no, he's not tied. He's fourth. Damn, he's doing really, really well. Better
But he
than
could be
usual
doing
vampires.
even better if a certain play didn't happen.
Oh yeah, he could be with at the top with Herrings or Diaz and Keji, but like he's in a decent position. I predicted that he'd be in the middle of the pack, I believe, in week 0, and he's clinging on to the middle, to the top of the middle. So he's
Yeah,
really doing well.
yeah.
Yeah. So really nothing really to like say. He's probably getting block or dodge on the vampire, and I guess he should probably take the next. He's probably saving up for a reroll.
Yeah, it sounds like a decent plan.
Yeah, although I would probably invest in an apothecary due to the bloodlust mechanic. Uh, but I guess that if you don't really get a lot of bloodlust, that you don't really need a lot of rerolls and things because he passed 27 bloodlusts and he failed 4.
That's decent.
So yeah, that's above average by 5%. That's
That's
really good.
yeah,
If
but
he
it's only
failed
been
one more, he'd be straight on the mark.
yeah. He still has only played 2 games, so
But he did get kind of diced. He did roll ones and twos a lot, but I won't really say it because I don't know what he rolled it on. He failed. He had no usual dodge rate. He has usual armor breaks. He did a going for it. Yeah, he's in a decent position. He's probably looking to keep a hold of that position.
yeah,
And the team that he beat are the Highland Avengers, and this is McNaughton. And he took a mighty blow on the Chaos Dwarf. So yeah,
which is an interesting decision. I probably would have preferred a guard on the.
the thing is with Chaos Warriors, you really never know because you can always roll a random double, and then you can go guard and you roll a double, and then you're in. Oh, so I have to take claw, and claw by itself isn't really doing much. So I needed mighty blow, and I took guard. So yeah, that makes that dilemma. But it really isn't that big of a dilemma because you just take claw. You really don't really look over it a lot. So yeah,
Yeah,
I guess that he's in a really good position. He is doing things the way he should be doing, but not taking a lot of damage. Not taking a lot of damage,
but he is
but
still
he is
missing.
losing. He is
Yeah,
losing. That's the problem. You really
and
shouldn't
he
be
is.
losing versus these teams.
Yeah, he had a quite rough start to the season. He is also still missing his third reroll. I guess that's what he's saving up for at the moment.
Yeah,
But maybe in the after a few games, he will be in a decent position. At the moment, he is
he needs to level
fair.
up the bulls. He needs to level up the bulls, and when they get block, then the team starts rolling, and when he gets like one or two guard and one mighty blow, then the team will probably start just rolling down the rest of the division.
Yeah, I guess there's ain't much left to say. He is facing the other Chorf team next, I think, which.
Yeah, it's a mirror match, and it's going to be really interesting because we're going to see both teams with absolutely nothing spectacular. The parakeets actually have more levels than Avengers, but still, this is going to just be a match to decide who is the dominant Chorf with the 0-2 stat line, with the 0-0-2 win rate.
Well, let's move on to the last team in the league, the Gobble Bonus, coached by Toskai7.
Yay, Toast Guy. Let's see. Goblins. This is gonna be hilarious because he already has agility 4 guy and a catch guy. So, and two broken guys. What's going on here? Miss X game. Miss X game. Really nothing special. But still.
Yeah,
He's missing two goblins. And he's facing Chaos next, right?
yeah, Chaos next.
He doesn't have an apothecary. He should consider getting one. Versus Chaos, even though they're not that big of a deal yet.
Yeah,
But
you.
yeah, you should probably take a caution apothecary.
Yeah, yeah, I think that maybe he could also just go for another Goblin, so he has one reserve. Maybe get one or two good fouls in his next game, and maybe only get the apothecary after this next game.
Yeah. So there's the Looney, and then there's the Ball and Chain dude, the Fanatic, and these guys are really going to have to carry the team at this point. He did. He does have 0-1-1 as a scoreline. He lost to the Dark Elves, but in reality, that really isn't bad because you're not really expecting these guys to dominate a game versus somebody like Yas and a team like Dark Elves. right off the
Yeah,
bat.
he did tie the Vamps. He was actually lucky to get the tie. So his start isn't exactly what you're looking for, but I guess kinda expected if you're going to play as goblins.
Yeah. Uh, he picked goblins. That's interesting, and well, it's more of a fun team than an actual competitive team. And really, you don't need to be competitive to actually play Blood Bowl. You just need to know how to play.
Yeah, and how to have fun.
Yeah, and well, he has two trolls. If anything, I guess that's good. Um,
Yeah,
really
he
don't get
also
really don't get
has
the headpiece on the trolls, but okay.
he has also quite a decent chance at the throw teammate one turn touchdown with an agility piece and a catch guy.
Oh
I guess
yeah,
that's why he gave the one guy catch.
yeah. The agility
So
piece can both
pick
catch
up.
it and yeah, not really. I think that he's going to throw the agility guy. He can pick up, yeah, he can be the ball carrier, but look at this, he can land easier, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a 3+ landing, right?
I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
don't throw teammates that often.
I'm also not sure, but right, yeah. I'm going to say that it's a 3 or 4+ landing, so that's decent chance. Um, let's look at the leaderboard.
Yeah,
Kejeruz is at the top, Yas is at the top, and Herringso is at the top. But that could change after this week because Keji and Yas are facing one another, if I'm correct.
yeah, it's Keiji and Yas and Herring Sword and Pyro TJ who are facing each other
So the four
at the
most
top.
developed teams are facing one another. Pyro is also in a decent spot. Herringzord's looking to keep his because if Herringzord wins this one, he's he is 3-0-0, and then he is the first. He's first. And then these two face each other, and if one of them loses, then he is 2-1, and the other guy is 3-0-0. So they're still tied for first place, but you know that you've been beaten by one of the top teams, and if they continue having an okay winning streak, you're probably not going to get to the top, but there are 13 weeks, so this can really change a lot in those 13 weeks, right? No, what they only have 10. No.
They are playing 13 games. They have a Swiss tournament with 4 games at the end of their
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah.
season. So they have the potential to place a coach twice, which is fairly interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm really looking at Keji, Yas, and Haringzord being at the top still. Like, all respect to the other guys, but they're really, those guys are kind of at the top in general. Another team that I'm really okay with seeing at the top is Pyro TJ's team, and I'm probably looking at a Choff team or a Chaos team also being near the top, or at least the middle. The
Well, we will see this week which of the Chaos Dwarf team is the better Chaos Dwarf team,
yeah,
at
I
least
guess
at the
so.
moment.
I guess so. Really nothing to look at because they don't have any real levels. I mean, Mighty Blow and Guard, okay, and some block, I guess. So Anderson has an upper hand in a way. But yeah, okay. I mean, really it is. a boring division at the moment, except for like really big moments like kills and stuff like that. Those things kind of really bring it up. But the bottom three teams are getting broken and beaten up, so really nothing they can do about it. Goblins at the bottom. I mean, like, I don't really need to say anything. That's kind of, let's say, usual, right?
Yeah, expected is probably the term to use.
Yeah, that's expected. Then Wood Elves are sixth, but they did face two of the better teams right off, right? And
Yeah,
yeah, and Chaos is in the middle of the pack, which is actually the usual thing for Chaos. And the unusual thing is Vampires being fourth, so I see this. The only difference that I see for next week and probably the week after that is Vampires and Wood Elves should probably exchange places. Kemri and Necro should probably also exchange places.
well, do you want to give off some predictions about this week's games?
Okay, so let's look at these. So we have Goblins versus Chaos. In my opinion, Goblins and Chaos should result in either a draw or a possible win for the Goblins due to the Chaos not having a Chaos Warrior and having like two loner goats, right?
Yeah,
Um, Dazzle Lifestyles versus Angels of Lilith. I believe that Angels of Lilith could probably win this one, seeing as the Dazzle Lifestyles have been broken up a bit. They have been beaten down, I mean. Uh, Parakeets versus Avengers. This is one of the interesting matchups. Not the featured matchup, in my opinion. But like this is another interesting game, and I see it probably being the Parakeets, just because they have a block bull, and a block bull really means a lot for the team. Um, Weird Witchcraft versus the Necromantic team. Either a draw or this one's actually the toughest one. It's either a draw, but either team can win. Really, this is a hard one to pick. But I'd probably pick Keji just because he was my mentor. Back to square one versus the Scarab Emirates. Um, hmm. It depends really if the Kemri get better blocks, and if they get Kaz, then then the Wood Elves are in a really tough position. But if they don't, then the Wood Elves should probably win that one. What do you think?
yeah. So let's start with the first game, the Gobble Bonus versus the Revenge of the Power Up. I think the Goblins, if they win games this season, I think this one is a pretty good chance for them. I don't really see the Revenge of Power Up winning this because they are one Chaos Warrior down and have two Loner Goats. But I mean, it's Goblins, anything can happen. But I do think the Goblins have a good chance at winning this. Then we have the Orcs against the Webs. I think the Orcs are quite angry because they got beaten up a lot. And the Vams were quite lucky with their bloodlust so far. So I expect them maybe to get a few of those bloodlusts And if the orcs manage to not get beaten up as they did in the first two games, I think actually the orcs will take this one. But it's gonna be a tough one for them. Then we have the Chorf mirror match. I also think the Pembleford Parakeets will win this one. They just have the Block Bull and also probably the better developed team. And yeah, I think it's going to be close, but I think the Parakeets will win this one. So then we have the two matchups of the week. First of the Dark Elves against Keiji. This is gonna be a tough one to call. As you said in your predictions, this one can go either way. A draw is also pretty likely. I'm actually gonna say this one will end in a draw. I think both of them are competent coaches and they won't give each other the opportunity to run away with the game. So I expect a draw. And in the last game of the week, I think it will also be a close call, but I think either the Wood Elves or the Camry will win. I don't see a draw happening because either the Camry managed to hurt Wood Elves and pick up the ball, or they don't pick up the ball and don't hurt the Wood Elves. So I think it's gonna be a 2-0, but it can happen either way, depending on how the dice will roll. Yeah, I think that those are my predictions.
Yeah. So, let's look at the other division. Division
Yeah,
6D.
let's go over to 6D. How about we start with a look at the leaderboard this time?
Oh, sure, yeah. At the top, we see Jimmy Fantastic and the crematorium crew led by Bufford, T Justice. At behind them, we see Chaos, we see HUD, we see Palmy, we see Cyber Knight, we see Falcon. So, and then a lot of teams that shared the same. There are a lot of teams that share the same score in this division. So really, it's still anybody's game.
Yeah, you also only see two teams who have managed to win both of their games. So you really see it's tough for someone with their fresh team to just run over the division. Anything can happen in those games. And yeah, I think the leaderboard will change up quite a bit after the next week, unlike in the party division 6C.
We should really look. We should really contact Metal and tell him that he should probably play his matches. He still hasn't played 2 matches, and we should probably tell Gearbird the same thing.
Yeah, terrible.
And lazy people. Am I right? Imagine if they miss a week of their job. Wow, have we ever missed a week of recaps? Yes.
Psst, don't mention that. Nobody will notice.
So let's start off with the first team on the list. That's Ant-Man. So
With
Ant-Man
his
has
Murgle
Flylord
team,
servants.
the Fly Lord Servants.
Oh, he got a block.
Well,
And another
that's nice on a
Pestigore.
Pestigore.
Yeah. He's in a decent position starting off. He's still picking up the pieces of gold to get to that juicy third reroll that the Nurgle crave. And he does have he's one casualty away, or one pass. You can pass with the Beast of Nurgle.
But
to
technically, you can pass.
Yeah. You just need one SPP for that level up, and then I already see the dude strength 6, block, guard, and stand firm in 13 games. And the rest of the
Yeah.
team is going to probably be dead, but that's another thing. Okay, so yeah, he has got also a Chaos Warrior that's ready to pass or like kill somebody. So he's in a good position with the SPP. Really nothing amazing in the team itself. There's still fresh Nurgle team in all. With all respect, the extra Pestigore isn't fooling anybody.
Well,
Uh,
one thing I have to say to that extra Pestigore, Ant-Man, if you really want to earn my favor, put him next to the other Pestigore. It just looks better in the team overview.
yeah, and it really doesn't mean much, but it's something aesthetic wise.
But it's so much better to look at if they are next to each other.
Yeah, I agree. I usually just like reposition every piece all the time. But yeah, he's in a really good position.
Yeah.
He has won one and he has lost one. He has won the match that we've been talking about on the deleted footage. The who would win, Nurgle or Dark Elves? And I said that probably Dark Elves, seeing as they have Blodge. And well, the Blodge player did get MVP, so in a way I was right. But I was wrong with the end result. And congratulations to Ant-Man. He really did a good job.
Yeah, you don't really expect the Nurgle to win matches early on.
He
You
got
expect them.
he got two KOs and he got three KOs and he got two casts. So yeah, whoa, he's doing very well with that beatdown. Uh, hmm. He has such a high ball possession rate.
Yeah, it is something you don't really expect against Dark Elves.
0% occupation of opponents have from the Dark Elves. This was this was such a one-sided game. 84 yards running versus 28. Damn. What was this game? Was
Yeah,
this was this
especially
game full of blitzes?
maybe, but
I mean,
especially the Dark Elves managed to win their first game 4-0. So
yeah. So it
uh,
really is kind of weird.
surprising that
Yeah.
this was such a seems
He
like a one-sided game.
he even passed 6 tentacle rolls and only failed 2. And he did go a bit down on the dodge rolls though. I need to say that. And he failed 2 fall appearance rolls, really nothing bad, but still. And he was in a decent spot the whole time. So I really don't know what kind of did that whole game. And wow. So Flylord's servant's dice rolls. He passed 13 really stupids. He he had 0% armor successes, and he picked up the ball 2 out of 3 times. And those are the only rolls that he made. Everything else is block. All he did was block.
Well, it seems like he was quite successful at that.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to play Nurgle. Just block and pass really stupid rolls while your opponent is making them obsolete by passing the tentacle rolls.
Well, let's have a look at who the Fly Lord servants are facing next week.
Oh, who are they facing?
They
who?
are facing the Clortimore Rams.
Oh my god, not the Claudio Rams. Coached by HUD. Yeah. But let's see how Hollywood martial law is doing.
because we're not gonna look at a team that doesn't play their matches.
Yeah.
Metal. That's just not
So Metal, if
how
you
it
really
goes.
want to shout out and stuff like that, at least buy your players. So Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee got level ups. Congratulations!
Woo!
They're finally blitzers. I mean, actual blitzers, and not just wannabes like the Kislev are usually. And alignment, agility 4. We already see who's going to break the cage. You don't even need a catcher.
Yeah, who needs those catches anyway?
Yeah, I mean, he did get killed. He did get a dead catcher after like game 1, I believe.
Yeah.
So so this is kind of payment. This is kind of payment for that. You sacrifice the catcher and you get another one that's probably better than a catcher. Seeing as that he can do sacking and stuff on a 2+. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look at their first 2 weeks. They did tie the Baltimore Rams in their first week and managed to win against the Kingslayers in their second week.
So they're starting off already better than half the Kislev teams that I've seen. Yeah. He has 4 rerolls. He has an apothecary. He has 2 blocks. He has agility. This guy's miss next game. Yep. And all he needs is to grab, I guess, a catcher, right? And that's it. He's in such a good position. And he has a good team. Really nothing.
Yeah.
Really nothing more to say here. He has won his game versus the Underworld. Again, 50% ball possession, 31 percentage occupation on opponent's half, and 0 percentage occupation from the Underworld. So yeah, that's a thing. They had 2 successful passes, and the Underworld seemed to be more bashy than the Kislev with the 46 blocks. But the Kislev did have 1 kill afflicted. So yeah, that's always good to see. A kill in Blood Bowl. Probably Chuck Norris. No, it's not Chuck Norris. Is it Bruce Lee? Yeah, it was Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee with that perfect kill. Great job, Bruce Lee. So, this team's looking good. It has a really good score. 1-1-0. It's already above average from the usual Kislev. I've expected a 0-1-1 at the start, but these guys are really good, doing good, even if they did draw their first game.
Well,
And
let's
had
have a
good
look.
players.
Let's have a look if we can say the same about the Baltimore Rams, coached by Hud.
Yeah. By the way, the what are these called? The Hollywood martial law is facing Amazing Men next, just to say that like right now. So the Baltimore Rams. HUD playing without any Chaos Warriors, without an Apothecary, probably should get that one. With a lot of SPP divided on various players, and his history is a 3-0 versus Amazing Men in his last game, and 1-1 versus Hollywood Martial Law.
Well, I would say that's also a pretty good start for the Chaos team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They are already at 12 Beastmen. They have 120k in the bank, so I don't see what's stopping them from getting the Apothecary. Otherwise, they are in a pretty good position. 2 Beastmen are only 1 score away from leveling up. Actually, 3 Beastmen are only 1 score away from leveling up. And there are a few targets who can level up with MVP. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're in a really good position, but they kind of did get lucky with the 3-0 game. I mean, they didn't get lucky statistically wise. I mean, I don't know how you get a 0% occupation in your own half, so the stat is busted completely. But still, like, the great one got a casualty still, but these guys got a lot of touchdowns. The goats. And yeah.
Well, shall we move on to the Dark Elves?
Wait a second. Just
Well,
I'm looking at this. He has had bad KO rolls. I'll tell you that. But if anything, he won 3-0. He broke that opposing team. So yeah, we're going to see Clothmore Rams versus Flyload Servants, right?
yeah,
And now let's see our stars from week 1 and our tragic week 2. Dark Elves with the one reroll still, even though he can get a reroll.
yeah, he should have probably get that before his next game.
So one blitzer with Blodge and 15 SPP probably should get leveled up as soon as possible. And the other guys probably should get leveled up as well because, let's be real, the blitzers are the early game stars.
Yeah,
They
he
they do carry your low TV.
he also has an armor busted lineman.
Yeah.
I think you should probably get a new one if you wait.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get a new lineman. Maybe get a
A,
good
lo-
shelf.
a loner is better than an armor busted lineman.
Yeah.
So
So
absolutely.
probably you should fire him if you have the chance.
Yeah. I mean, the team's looking good. Actually, not really that good. Still,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
He
doesn't have a
has.
witch elf. He is still only at one team reroll so far. So
The team's
not
actually not really looking that well. He
yeah,
has
not
2 level ups and 1 SPP away from level 3 on the Blitzer, but really the Blitzer isn't the real problem. It's the fact that nobody's getting any shine, and that this team's just from a 4-0 win went to a 2-0 loss. Still keeps one reroll, even though he can get another one. Um, so yeah, it's really a hard thing to decide on, and he could have actually gotten. He could get 2 rerolls and still start with 4 blitzers and a runner and the rest linemen.
yeah. I think he is probably in
And your
more
coach.
on the new side of the coaches. So it's a learning experience. I'm sure he will improve over time. So yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. So he has an okay. He has an okay record still, like 1-1. Really nothing bad. And let's see who he's facing this week. Um, so
they are
uh,
facing
Crematorium
the
Crew
crematorium crew, which
is
are
the top team at the moment.
yeah. So he does have a tough matchup for this week.
Absolutely. So let's see the Imperishable Four
Imperishable
and
Four.
Cetra, what they bring. So Ramses the Third with Mighty Blow, and nothing else on the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a rather fresh Camry team. Mm, he does have 100k in the bank. I guess you're saving up for the third reroll. Yeah, not that much to say about the build of the team or the development so far. I would say we have a look at their history.
Yeah. They won one, they lost one, and they lost to the crematorium crew, and they won versus Nurgle week one, and they're 101. And really, it's just a starting Khemri team. Really, not a lot of things to say here, in my opinion. Like, he should focus on leveling up that throw raw. He should try at least, and I guess pass with the skeleton. Why not? And get one SPP to get 30 player. I guess. Like, I don't see anything bad with that.
Yeah, he also should try to get some SPP on his Blitzras.
Yeah, probably try and score versus the Dark Elves with a Blitzraw, seeing as that you have absolutely nothing to lose. So yeah,
But
let's look at.
they aren't facing the Dark Elves next. They are
Oh yeah, yeah,
facing
yeah. The crematorium crew.
Chaos
Oh, they're
next.
facing.
Yeah.
Which
Jimmy
one?
Fantastic next.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be probably tough, but you do have Mighty Blow, and you should probably just look and aim to hit his guys hard, and stay
Yeah,
away
especially
with the skeletons because they can break easily.
yeah, and try to blitz with your Blitzras.
Yeah.
They do have block. The Chaos don't. That's a great advantage.
I still don't know if the Chaos do or don't have block. Let's be real. We didn't really look at them. But
Well, I had a sneak peek at them before we started the recap.
okay, I'm going to sneak peek at them right now. Oh yeah, that's just casual Jamie.
Well, but before we get to Jimmy now, I think we move on to the Amazing Man, coached by Amar.
Ah, let's see what Amar has. Amar has a niggled lineman. Okay, not that bad. And he has nothing. He has two
Yeah,
losses.
also two quite
He has
one-sided losses as it seems.
he has two losses, and he has um uh he new lineman.
Interesting.
I believe that this guy should probably Amar, if you're watching, no offense, dude, but like join the rookie league.
Yeah, he's also still only level 10 as his coach, so I
Like
think.
I'm level 15, and I've been playing for.
Yeah, but still a sign of a rather new coach.
I mean, like from these matches, I can just say that either you're getting really, really unlucky, and you should probably like contact us and tell us a little bit more about your matches, Amar, if you're watching, and if not, then like I really don't know if somebody's watching this part and like knows Amar or is a helping hand in the community. They should probably do like I am doing right now and tell him to probably just look up Rookie League and join the Reddit Rookie League first.
Yeah, because if you play your first season and only lose, it's not that fun to play.
Yeah, especially seeing that he's getting stomped. There's no way to say that. He's just literally getting stomped.
Well, maybe we are just wrong and he got diced so far. He can always prove us wrong, but that's what it seems like. Prove us wrong if you are better than we expect you are at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should move on to the Bash Buddies.
The Bash Buddies, sure.
They are a necromantic team.
Yeah, and they have lost both their games to the top teams, so really nothing to say there. At least they're losing in with like 1-0s.
Yeah,
And
they
like they're putting
also.
up a fight. They're putting up a fight. I can see it. I can see it from the team. They're putting up a fight because they're losing players. In reality, they've lost 2 zombies, and those guys should probably just get binned because loner zombies are better than dead zombies.
Yeah,
Um,
he should probably get rid of those armor value 7 zombies. Well, otherwise, he's got a nice looking white. He,
yeah,
well, not that much to say. I think he had a tough matchups to start in the season, and I think it will probably get better for him in the next few games.
absolutely. I mean, I hope it gets better for the dude because he's just losing at the moment, and really nobody likes that. So
Well, they are close losses,
yeah,
unlike.
they're really close losses, and that's the problem. Like if you're getting stomped, it feels bad. It feels really bad. But if you're losing really close, you get that like energy, and you know like okay, the next match will probably be better and something like that. And if the next match is the same thing, then I don't know. I don't know really. It might be kind of discouraging, but I encourage the coach of Bash Buddies, Berserk, right?
Yeah, Berserk.
I encourage him to like stick to it. Bin these 2 zombies, save up, get a white, and continue bashing. Really
Yeah, it
nothing
can
more.
only get better.
Yeah, basically, you're in such a state that it can only go into 0-0-3, and you're still in a 100% losing rate, or you can get a win and or a draw and not be at a 100% losing rate. Yeah.
Yeah, he is facing Whams next week,
Who?
so Whams, the counted frauds.
Oh, Vamps. Sorry, I didn't understand you.
Yeah, my bad. So I
Yeah,
think that's a decent matchup. So yeah,
100%. I think that he can win that one, but let's see how his how the other player Moon Dingo is doing with his werewolves, and he hasn't leveled them up yet. He still has the casualty that Jimmy inflicted to him round 1. He did win his match versus Cotton Thrall, so there's some more encouragement to Berserk there. Yeah, Necro can beat Thralls and Vamps,
yeah,
just so you know.
he
He has 2 goals already. I mean, he started off with a weird build already, but he has a white. He has got a white, and that's always good. That's
especially
always good.
because his other white got movement busted,
Yeah,
which isn't good. But I guess for now you just roll with it.
absolutely. And I really like the white models, but yeah, let's not go over that. Let's go over the fact that 3 rerolls, and yeah, the necromancer is just the normal thing that undead teams get. Um,
He is still lacking his second flesh golem.
I love the name of the of the stadium, Wolfsburg, Wolfsburg. So okay, he did win. He did lose, but he's in a decent position, and I guess that he's going to see some development in this game, in his next game, I hope. And his next game is against. Let's see.
He's facing Skeletons Incorporated next.
Skeletons, yeah. So. Camry? Yeah. I guess that he could beat Camry. seeing as that he
Yeah.
has Claw. Let's see. Let's wait for next week, and let's go over Cyber Knight and Victims of the Sun.
Ooh, and I see he is missing a
Another one.
blitzer, and he has another blitzer that's got injured. It's only a MNG,
Yep.
but this will be a tough next match for him.
Yeah, because a dodge blitzer is out, so he only has one dodge blitzer and one regular blitzer, and no real levels on anybody else. Yeah,
Well,
this guy has it kind of hard. I mean, he won the match, he drew the match, but his team's getting beaten up. So we have a complete counterpart to Division 6C's, Choffs, and Orcs, where the team's getting beaten up and their main players are getting knocked out of weeks of play, but like he's still sticking in it, and he does have a decent score. So yeah, 1-1-0, really good for a start, especially with Brits. I probably see him actually winning the match versus Skelepuns, to be honest. But
he isn't facing Skeletons. He
I
is
mean, no.
facing.
He faced
Also,
Skelepuns.
yeah,
Yeah, he faced Skelepuns, and Skelepuns had
okay.
0% ball possession.
He is facing the Kingslayers next.
Okay, a match that he can win, because
Yeah,
the Kingslayers are in a bad position. So let's look at the Kingslayers. Spartacus. No real levels. Still a bland team. Nothing really happening. He did have that uh, question mark game first round, but like still, he's in a decent position.
yeah,
Anything can happen. 2-2-0. No levels. Still fresh team. So really nothing to really look at here. Anything can happen. And I don't know if he got a dead. Wait a second.
yeah. I think he did. That's where Bruce Lee got
Yeah.
his kill.
That kill was from Bruce Lee was on a thrower. Too bad. So sad. But let's get over it. 4 team rerolls. Okay, I guess. Um, Focus on the blitzers because those guys basically carry games, and
Yeah,
the troll could also carry a game. I also love the model on the troll with the little like candle on top of him,
yeah,
and the lamps. But yeah, this team's doing bad, but it has potential to like start rolling out fast. It only has 3 goblins, so I expect a lot of loners.
yeah. Two. In fact, he's only at 9 players at the moment.
Yeah, at least he has an apple. So okay, he
Let's
lost
go.
both games, and that's basically it. He's still level 1 with his stadium. So let's go and see how Skelepans are doing. Shall we?
Yeah, I see they got a level up on the Blitzer, and it's a plus agility.
That's good. That's always nice to see on Camry, right?
Yeah, you always like the plus agility because you certainly lack agility. And if you have a second player who can at least somewhat reliably pick up the ball, that's a great help.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the team is still actually like fresh. Let's be real. He has 1 win and 1 draw. Uh, he managed to draw versus a sort of a bad matchup. He has 3 team rerolls. He has agility on a blitz draw, and the rest of the team is basically brand new.
Yeah, I think he's in a decent position so far.
Yeah, 110. Absolutely. The dude's doing really well, and Captain Jack Merrill should probably look to get touchdown next time. Probably block, and he should aim for a mighty blow blitzra as soon as possible. Also, the Tomb Guardians, it really doesn't hurt like to level them up, but that's kind of harder. Let's
Yeah,
see who he's facing now. The
he
Kingdom
is
Slayers are
facing
facing Victims of the
against.
Sun. The 187s are facing Skelepons. And let's go to Cotton Thralls, who are facing Bash Buddies. Um, Goose and Loose. He has a hurt Thrall, but really like nothing epic. He's saving up for another team reroll. He has one pass to complete, and then he can um, level up his vampire, I guess.
Yeah, his
He really should do that.
nothing much happened for this team. They got their two MVPs over the first two games and only one injury. So yeah, their first two games did go well for them. They lost both of them, but they are vamps and they need to, yeah, get a few games in, get some development, and then start getting some wins.
Absolutely. I mean, they lost both games, but really, like they're vampires. It's kind of hard for them. But then you see the Division 6C vampires, and then you're like, oh well, how are these guys performing so well compared to these guys? Well, different divisions, different matchups, and different players. Uh, these guys, I don't know how much experience Kusandlus has or how much experience Andy has, but Andy has done stupid plays, and I really don't see Kusandlus doing some stupid plays, right?
Well, we don't know.
Maybe he did do some stupid plays, but they're really not G-man chat breaking.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so he lost both games. He doesn't have an apothecary, but he doesn't need it because he needs a team reroll. And well, somebody who is looking to take people's team rerolls and has won both his games and has been building up uh, a team for killing is Jimmy Fantastic. Guy de Caron got a level up and he got Mighty Blow. Brainless Chaos kept true to his name and got Mighty Blow. And Flapfart is looking to get Mighty Blow, probably. Or Block.
maybe he'd block. But if he went for the two mighty blows, he might as well go for the third one.
Yeah, it's Jimmy. He's playing Brainless Chaos, so I guess he'll just stick to his theme and just go Mighty Blow. But I'm not sure. Um, really hope that he does because that would be absolutely hilarious. Seeing as he is facing the Imperishable Force, so yeah, actually Mighty Blow could help a lot there. Um, seeing as that he can break skeletons, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
but I also would like to block because you do already have two mighty blows,
yeah,
and block is always nice.
absolutely. Um, Christmas Man can get a touchdown, and VGP's Batman can also probably level up easily in the next game. And let's hope that Six's Bones actually gets an MVP hit or something, or two really good hits on Skeletons, so that he can level up and get Mighty Blow. And the whole team should probably get Mighty Blow. You don't need a
Just
carrier.
everyone mighty blow, and you're good
You
to go.
don't need carriers. The carrier is the goat with the least SPP, and then you level him up and to get Mighty Blow faster.
Yeah, and then you just get a new beastman who
Yeah,
then can be your ball carrier.
and then he can get Mighty Blow after 2 touchdowns. So yeah, really good play, Jimmy. Fantastic. Just Mighty Blow. 2-0-0. Obviously, it's working. Obviously, it's working out for him. I've heard that actually he had a really big fight against the Bash Buddies. I've heard that I watched the stream, but I didn't really pay a lot of attention to the stream. But I did see that Bash Buddies were actually putting up some kind of offense against Jimmy as well. So it wasn't that lopsided. His first week game was kind of lopsided because he did get a easy casualty. But let's see another team that's proving themselves to be very, very good, and that's the Undead team, the Crematorium crew that lost a mummy.
Ooh, you don't like to see that as the undied player.
He won both games 1-0, so he just wins by a bit, but he wins, and that's the important part. So, both ghouls can level up with a touchdown. He needs a mummy, so he's basically like 20k away. That's one game.
Yeah,
And yeah, this team looks good.
yeah.
Well, besides the mummy, like, what can
Well,
you do?
they didn't get any level up so far, but they managed to win both of their first games. So
That's the important part.
yeah,
Although in
and
the long run, the undead power spike will fall down probably by a lot, because you have a division full with great later TV, higher TV value teams like Chaos, like Nurgle, like Dark Elves, like Necro. Eh, yeah, like everything here can be really good, even on the Underworld. So
he is facing the Dark Earth next with their mixed performances.
yep. So we're going to see the reality of the Dark Elf team. Is it really worth that 4-0, or did it just happen because of luck?
Yeah, it will be interesting to see. And I think we covered all of the important teams. Just ignore those Gerber and Metal. They
Yeah.
aren't important. Well, we had a look at the leaderboard in the start, so all that's left to do is have a look at the schedule. Which game would you pick for the game to watch?
So I'm just going to go over them right away, and then I'm going to stop because really all these games aren't that amazing at the moment. So Kingslayers versus Victims of the Sun. I see Victims of the Sun still winning this game. Just because the Kingslayers are playing with loner goblins, and they are playing with a team that isn't really leveled. Uh, but these guys are still playing with only 2 knights.
Yeah, that's certainly a handicap for them, but they do have a good chance to win this one.
Yeah, so I see Victims of the Sun winning this one. What do you think?
I'm not sure. If the Underworld are certainly always good for some surprising plays.
Yep.
So, and they are missing 2 blitzes, I would actually go for a draw.
Okay, so the 187s versus Skillupons. This one is a nice one, I have to
Yeah,
say. I see the 187s probably winning this one,
if they
or
manage.
or a draw.
I think it depends who of those guys wins the Bash War. Who gets the better armor breaks? I think that's the fact that will decide this game.
Yeah, basically, like Armor 7 zombies, Armor 7 skeletons versus Armor 8 zombies is going to be the decisive factor of this game, in my opinion. And the Agility 3, Skelly, Blitz Raw.
Yeah.
So, Bash Buddies versus Cunt Thralls. I'm calling Bash Buddies to end their losing streak.
Yeah, I do expect the same.
Yeah,
They have a nice looking team. I think the coach is also uh, worth more than his current score is make him out to be.
yeah.
And the Vams didn't get lucky so far, so I think the Bash Buddies will take this one.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Now this one should be probably considered like one of the two matches to look out for: the Imperishable Four versus Team Fantastic. I see Team Fantastic winning this one due to Mighty Blow advantage.
Well, actually, I'm not sure about that. I think either the Mighty Blow works or it doesn't work.
Yeah, but
So
even if it doesn't work, you kind of have more reliable players still on the Chaos team, in my
yeah,
opinion.
but you're still chaos. You still don't have any other blocks than any other skills than the Mighty Blow. So if you get a few unlucky 1 in 9s,
It's known to happen to Jimmy, but
yeah,
he always somehow pulls it out, and I think he'll pull it out this time as well. He is 2-0. He wants to keep it going to 3-0, and I think that he's capable enough to do that. So you're up. You're saying Imperishable 4. I'm saying Team Fantastic.
yeah. Let's see who's right or if it's just gonna be a draw.
Yeah, probably. So another game. Crematorium Crew versus the Dark Elves, the Blades. So I see. Wow. I probably see.
Well,
You
I
know
think
what?
it all depends which Dark Elves show up. Are the 4-0 Dark Elves gonna show up to the pitch, or are the Dark Elves from the second week?
Yeah, because that's all that matters right now. Because these guys are losing. They lost a mummy. That's terrible. But these guys, they are playing after a really beaten up game. Like, not really beaten up, but a really bad game versus Nurgle, the probably worst team in the division, by like just being Nurgle and nothing else. Um, Although, yeah, there are Underworld, I guess, but still, like, I think that this could be a redemption game for the Blades, and this could mean the Crematorium Crew is going down. But it all depends on the dodges. And he has one reroll, so the dodge, if one dodge fails, and if he uses a reroll on a bad dodge, or if he uses a reroll on a 1 in 9 on the first block, we are going to see something bad, probably.
Yeah, I expect the game to go either way, but I really don't see a draw happening. Either it goes the Darkest way, or the Crematorium Crew will move on with the winning streak.
So let's see if Flylord's servants are going to prove themselves yet again versus Clotmore Rams. And, well, it's a battle. It's going to be a battle for sure. This is going to be Pestigors or Beastmen. The Beastmen are in a better position when it comes to skills, but the Flylords are coming off of a win.
Yeah, and they do
Off of
have the
a
strength advantage.
yeah, but I see Clotmore Rams winning this one. Let's be honest. Like, Nurgle aren't the best early on, even though they did beat Dark Elves, but Dark Elves with one reroll, let's be real. And the Clotmore Rams are doing completely okay. They have block and they have a lot of SPP on a lot of players, so he's probably looking to level them up. And we know how desperate people can get when they have to level up their players.
Yeah,
So
I
much so
actually,
that they could like overperform their normal games.
yeah, I actually see a draw happening. I think it's fairly new Chaos against fairly new Nurgle. Both are gonna fail a bunch of things, and it ends with a draw.
Yeah. Uh, it's still like something that we need to see. To know. And Hollywood Martial Law versus Amazing Men. I'm just going to say that Hollywood Martial Law is going to win this one.
Yeah, he has a good win record so far. He's won
Um,
1-0, and
Amazing
Amazing
Men
Man is
is on a -7 in touchdowns in two
yeah.
games. So yeah,
So
weird, but still, probably a possibility. You never know.
yeah, I
But
think
in reality, I think Hollywood Martial Law is probably going to win it, and I see them probably leveling up. Probably leveling up Bolo Young and looking to get some. Well, if the if he gets to the crazy games like 4-0 and 3-0 scores, he can get Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee another level.
yeah, certainly so far the Amazing Men aren't the guys who prevent enemy
Aren't
touchdowns.
aren't really amazing at all.
Yeah,
Being
so
lackluster, but like yeah, uh,